Le match sur la F1 sera aussi retransmis en live sur le site de la WCBU. Et vous pouvez le retrouver aussi sur YouTube, Dailymotion, suivant si vous préférez les commentaires en anglais ou en français. Allez, il reste de la place en tribune, n'hésitez pas à venir vous installer. L'accès à la tribune rouge se fait par l'arrière. Allez, le match va commencer dans moins de 8 minutes. N'hésitez pas à venir supporter les Français et les Philippins pour ce match pour la médaille de bronze. Est-ce que je vous entends un peu? La tribune blanche crie plus fort que la tribune rouge pour l'instant.
Adrien t'a demandé sur la cam 4. Yann, sur la 4? Ouais. Attends, non, c'est pas toi. Pas moi. Ouais, du coup, excuse-moi. J'ai confondu les idées, je crois. Il est là-bas, je vais lui dire. Non, mais c'est bon. C'est bon.
Our live coverage from the 2017 World Championships of Beach Ultimate continues on this Friday morning in Royan, France. And it's almost time to give out some hardware. We welcome you to the bronze medal match in the men's division between the Philippines and the host nation, France. Along with Liam Grant, I am Evan Lepler. There will be plenty of spirit and energy and enthusiasm. And these are two teams that certainly hope to be playing in tomorrow's gold medal game. And yet there's still a lot on the line here with the host nation trying to win the bronze, and the Philippines bronze medalist 2 years ago in Dubai trying to repeat that feat. Liam, your thoughts as we get set for the opening pull?
Yeah, a lot of bronze given out already by the hot French sun earlier on in the week, but now we're going for some bronze medals. France, not in this position before, but have the loud home side behind them as we hear some school kids in the stands getting loud, and really great to have them here, creating a brilliant atmosphere for this game.
France fell to the U.S. and the Philippines suffered the loss at the hands of GB. The Americans and the Brits tomorrow for gold. The Philippines and France when we come up for bronze. Opening pull on the way. It's bronze.
Help us teach kids about cancer symptoms through Ultimate Frisbee Clinics. Join us and speak up.
As blustery a day as we have had here at the World Championships of Beach Ultimate in Royan. Mostly cloudy skies, the breeze that is from time to time tranquil and from time to time gusting at a fairly decent clip. The Philippines, coached by Jude Lee, who's played at the last 3 Beach Worlds, and this French team led by JSKU. And here are the rosters. The Philippines with a very balanced squad, although in the 66 jersey, Kenjun Villanueva, he's got 23 scores to lead the Philippines roster.
Villanueva scoring 3 goals against France already earlier on in the week when they met in pool play. Philippines being dominant in that one, I think winning 11-7, Evan.
That was the opening game of the tournament for both teams. Will it be different in the rematch? The France squad led by JSKU. And certainly there's a good balance as well. Sasha Powat and Matthew Bosser and Quentin Roger have all made significant impacts throughout the week for this France team that certainly was overwhelmed by a clinical performance from the USA in the semis. The Philippines, well, they were certainly mentally crushed after the loss to GB. Jude Lee admitting before the game, probably the more experienced team won yesterday. Certainly GB with more size, Philippines known for their quickness. What was the one thing about the opener, Liam, that you did with Gigi Morrison back on Sunday? Feels like yesterday, it also feels like a long time ago. What was the one thing from that game that France absolutely needs to do better as they pull here to get the bronze medal game underway?
They relied so heavily on Bosser last time. The only man really competing with speed against this Filipino team. So everyone needs to step up their pace.
Very intense first point, and no call was made. Give the credit to Francois Zubier for the D. This is Roger. He's an ambitious thrower. Eric Becker, back to Roger. Derek Ramsey on the mark. Johan Michoté shooting it long, and it's perfect. Becker breaking away. And a great start for Team France.
The crowd erupts. I think it's the loudest we've heard the grandstand so far. Not packed to the brims yet, which it will be later on today. But getting loud, the people who are in there. Big break point for France to start this one off.
Hard to tell whether it was Christian Guerrero just not making the catch cleanly enough or whether Zubier deserves the credit for the D. But Becker undisputedly with the goal. And a good put from Michoté.
No doubt Philippines wanted to be in the gold medal match. Probably training harder than any other team here, putting in some solid work. So it can be heartbreaking to lose that semi-final. Thankfully the game on the next day, so maybe able to bounce back and regroup themselves, but that could be a big factor in this game.
Yeah, certainly if they had to, take an hour break and then play for the bronze, it'd be a very different mental struggle. But some separation from yesterday. Another tough grab. And they rule that Mirafiles was in bounds. But they're going to send it back regardless.
Interesting. Jordan, most of his body inbounds, but the French player debating whether his hand was the first point of contact on the line.
So they'll contest it and send it back. Cross field and to the end zone. Yes! Unbelievable score from Pasigna. Jose Antonio Pasigna gives it all for the goal.
Yeah, better known as Taji, getting horizontal there, and that's just expected of the Philippines at this stage. I think we're seeing the potential outcall here. It looked very inbounds to me.
No question. The Scuba opened it up. Ooh. That's special. I mean, it's an ordinary play for Team Philippines, if we're being honest with ourselves. They make that on a routine basis. They are perhaps the most spectacular team to watch. They don't play very conservatively. They make it exciting, especially defensively.
Eating up the atmosphere in the stadium so far.
Pull a short one, but it lands inbounds near the sideline. Ghislaine Leonard initiates play. Roble into the end zone. Thomas Hervé.
Silky smooth offense from the French. In stride the whole way down the field. Not often teams have done that against this Filipino outfit. Made them work hard, but they're timing their cuts to perfection there.
Well, this French team, while they lost to the Philippines 11-7 and also lost to Australia 9-8, when they got hot, they would slice through defenses like a hot knife through butter. I mean, they would really find their rhythm and look like one of the best teams in the field.
A beautiful sight to see there. Kids getting excited in the grandstand. Something not many of us experience, but we will in the future. Yeah, that game, the opening day, that is 13 games ago for both these teams. A lot has changed. They figured out how they like to play. They've grown as teams, and it's completely different now.
Has been a lot of ultimate this week. That low throw again dug out. Kept alive by Pascua, known to his teammates as Popoy. And that's well done from the Filipino offense. Derek Ramsey, who's a superstar in his own country. Television, movie, featured performer. And on the field, he's just another standout guy on the Philippines roster.
This game having a great pace to it. We saw the last Filipino semi-final, which I was also commentating against GB. A lot of stoppages, pick calls, kind of took the flow out of the game. But this one going 90 miles an hour right now. And that's what we like to see. As we see the Filipino flag there fluttering in the wind. Sun on the flag, but not in the sky right now. Probably the coldest day in Royan so far.
Well, it's kind of a blessing for the folks who are sitting in the stands around the show pitch, because the sun was just baking those bleachers to a crisp earlier in the week, and now it is, if anything, you need another layer with the breeze, but it is pleasant. We'll be in the low 70s today, the Fahrenheit scale. Stall count was rising, so forced to launch. Beaucaire bids and scores.
The talismanic Frenchman lays out for the goal. No Hademan today, doesn't need it. Such a great leader on the field, the Shaq player, proving why he's one of the best cutters in Europe.
I'm not sure this is exactly what the French were looking for offensively, but there are worse plays in desperation than Huck to number 23.
Yeah, and the Philippines need to respect that more. Trying to take away the under. So from the fantastic French receiver we saw got huge in the sky earlier this week. Not a man you want to give space in the end zone.
From goal line to goal line, the pull flies, and Christian Guerrero initiates offense. This is Pascua. De Los Santos up the line. Pascua. And the Filipino offense wasting little time. We're tied 3-3 first half.
A little part of me gets disappointed when the Filipinos play that smooth, silky, controlled offense.
I hear you.
Where's the layouts? Where's the big skies? They've really settled their play, actually, compared to 2011 when I first saw them play. It was all hammers and crazy bids, which they usually caught, but trying to change their style a slight bit.
Well, their formula earned them silver medals on the beach in 2007 and 2011. Took bronze in 2015, had that incredible semifinal game against the United States where it felt like both teams played lights out. It was a ferociously windy day, and there was a final point between the U.S. and the Philippines marred by many calls. It took a spirit timeout on Universe. It was unlike anything I had seen before on that stage, with the heightened intensity and emotion. USA did end up prevailing and took gold one day later. France back on offense. Romain Troncy. Sullivan Robles, the youngest member of this French team at age 21. There's an 18-year-old on the Philippines squad, Jose Miguel Lichu. Philippines coach Jude Lee saying he is the next generation of talent. Wanted to bring one or two young guys along. This is a dangerous throw. Oh my goodness! Matthew Beaucaire. Unprecedented for France.
Who is this man and what planet is he from? That is next level stuff. A sentient being in our midst. As he gets this trailing edge grab. That was insane.
It felt like he surprised himself.
Handing Robla the get out of jail free card. I don't know what he was thinking with that crossfield flick, but I guess you're throwing at that man, you can do whatever you like.
That's the type of play that might end up on a SportsCenter top 10 reel back in the United States. Unbelievable. Roger to pull 4-3 on serve. I beg your pardon, there was the one break on the first point of the game. So France is up one break. That's the only turnover we've had. Last 6 points have been turnover free, and the Philippines trying to keep it that way. With Guerrero connecting with De Los Santos. Pascua to Ramsey. Ramsey near the goal line. Tight space, that's all they need, but there was a call back before Ramsey's flip into the end zone.
Yeah, pick call there. Hasn't been too many in this game, which has been fantastic. And this is an exhibition of Beach Ultimate. So glad we were streaming this game. I was unsure whether we'd have the people power to do it, but thankfully the crew got together.
Well, there's what you're looking for, Liam. The Philippines not taking the easy road on that occasion. But another nice grab in the end zone. This time it was Pep Popoy, Kevin Jeffrey Pascua for the goal that ties it up 4-all.
Clement Gilo getting in the mix there. Going over the Filipino receiver. Trying to avoid contact when he realized it was too late. Looks like they're both okay.
8 points, 1 turnover, tie game. Bronze medal on the line. An interesting dynamic, Liam. The Philippines have become a beloved team. Boracay Dragons, for their excitement, for their energy. They are not the fan favorite in this particular game on the home sand here in Royan of Team France. Laurent Fee will get the disc back. Both these teams have been training for months. And there's the first French turnover. Laurent Fee firing incomplete. About a third of the way through the scheduled time for this game. And the Philippines looking for the quick answer. France will take over.
Expecting a layout from either Filipino player there, but just pushed into sand. Laurent Fee just not finding his receiver. Really memorable man, always wearing goggles and built like a Cadillac.
This is Tessier. Underneath for Bredar, his throw picked off. Philippines another chance to get this back on serve. Villanueva, their leading goal scorer. And incredible play. That's Fee, who had an earlier turnover. lays out to get it back. Near the sideline, Fee keeps it alive. Morer to the far side, Tessier to the end zone. A labyrinthine point won by France after each team turned it twice. And Bredar with the score.
Laurent Fay grabbing onto the rims of redemption there, getting it back. And what a fantastic crossfield scuba in the build-up to that. Fay just about gets there. I see that crossfield scuba opening up the play, and then Bredar getting the goal.
This game being broadcast around the world and being broadcast here locally. We have the French commentating crew just off to our left. They have been working tirelessly throughout the week to distribute particularly the French action, but also team games not involving their home country. Great exposure for Beach Ultimate. That laser, Ramsey can't get there. A heroic effort, but an inch or two shy of the plastic.
That one zipped so hot to the end zone. Full extension, flying through the sky, but not getting the disc.
It's almost surprising when he doesn't make the catch.
That's the platform the Philippines have built themselves on, and the expectation that's on their shoulders.
Ramsey a little shaken up, and he will take an injury. Ramsey is one of 5 players on this Filipino beach roster in 2017 who's old enough to be playing Masters. So they have some young talent, but this is a veteran squad. Deep shot for Gelot. He'll rise up. He needs at least one more toss to get it to the promised land. Neither side has led by multiple scores in this game. Until now. Gelot caught the deep shot, and then after some careful resets, a precision strike. 6-4 to the French.
Roger with the assist there. Haven't seen too much of him yet this game as he's playing on the D-line. But what's spectacular is he threw a righty backhand hook earlier on at that point. After doing one several days ago, a lefty backhand hook. The man is one of the most ambidextrous handlers I've ever seen.
It's crazy. Here's the bid from Ramsey again. If he makes that catch, that photo might be the photo of the generation for Beach Ultimate. Unfortunately, just shy, but the French will capitalize. It is so much fun to watch Roger in the 24 shirt. He will almost always catch the disc with both feet on the ground and not set the specific pivot foot immediately, which is something when you're a young player, you're taught. You have to set your pivot foot immediately. There's an American player, Bob Liu, who has a similar style. Bob's sister, Megan Liu, on the USA women's team that advanced to the gold medal match earlier this morning. You don't see too many throwers in the world with their ambidextrous confidence. You see the short lefty backhand, but not the reverse offhand huck. An important point for the Philippines here. Lopez. Pretty good defense from the French. Jeff Rodriguez. Slicing that throw through. Mirafiles. Jordan Mirafiles, another member of the young contingent for this Philippines squad. Back to Jeff Rodriguez. The reset for the guy they call Dada, David Libon. And another opportunity for the French, and decisively they capture it to take half. 7-4 with consecutive breaks. France with only 2 turnovers in the half and starting to taste bronze on their home sand in Royan.
The French showing no mercy there. This game is so tight. You can't be making drops like that. You'll get punished so quickly.
Easy goal for Mathieu Bosser. We were trading points to 4-all, and the French have scored 3 straight to take it to half. Mother Nature cannot decide whether it's going to be a sunny Friday or a cloud-covered one. Indecisive at the moment, but that's okay. 7-4, France leads the Philippines. And those are a lot of future ultimate superstars. Admiring the current standouts from their home country. An opportunity to host the Beach World Championships here on the west coast of France. A city that was basically entirely destroyed in the mid-1940s during World War II. It has been rebuilt. It has become a very popular destination. And the Philippines with an important play to show their presence in this bronze medal game. This is the first time the Filipino D-line has touched the disc, and they pay it off decisively.
Yeah, we haven't got to say many of their names so far this game. I think first touch for Kevin Kelly there. And that's an important point for Philippines. Coming in off half, had the downwind, one they needed to get. Great athleticism here, the two-handed layout.
The throw just a little bit behind the target. And then into the end zone. Villanueva with the assist. The first break for the Philippines. Michel De Los Santos, better known as Panoy.
Got to watch the Filipino semifinal where GB took that one 11-8. Probably the best I've seen a lot of those British players play. Justin Ford, amazing throughout the game, but Sam Bowen got 3 Ds in the last 2 points, and Ollie Gordon using his height to get the winning goal. Had 2 Filipino dragons snapping at his tail, but using his height to get up. And if they play like they did in that semi-final game, they can really pull it up to the all-star USS team.
Well, we're hoping for an epic final. That's scheduled for tomorrow afternoon here on the beach. France, in a matter of seconds, responding.
France are on fire. I don't think I've ever seen them play as well as this. Soaking up the atmosphere.
Romain Morer with his 12th goal of the tournament to match his jersey number.
Frederic Bedard often catching people out, being a left-handed player, getting those hooks down the sideline.
The wind gaining steam. Jude Lee, the coach of the Philippines, said before the game, at Beach Worlds, we're hoping it'll be really, really hot or really, really windy. And yesterday in the semifinals against GB, they kind of ran out of luck. It wasn't really, really hot, nor was it really, really windy. These conditions, while it's cool, the breeze, you would think, would play into the Filipino favor. Slicing it up the line, Guerrero. A quick counter as Papoy dishes into the end zone for Guerrero. Jude Lee was born in the U.S., born in Arizona, moved to the Philippines when he was young, back to the USA, went to college in Philadelphia at Drexel. And I joked, oh, the Dragons. He said, yep, I'm still a Dragon. From Drexel to Boracay. And switching into a coaching role this year, he said it's really, really hard. He has already told his players, next time I'm playing.
Hard for all of us here working in the media and volunteer as well. Getting a bit of a throw around after games.
And there's the French coach, JSDU. It's hard to put into words what it would mean for this French team to be on the medal podium. Pretty good spacing from the French and putting it on a platter for the spectacular score. France closing in with picture-perfect offense.
They really rely on Bozer just to lay out for all his scores. I don't think they've thrown him an easy one yet. He's obliged every time. That one put into space.
Hervé laying out Bozer.
He'll be a happy Frenchman if he can continue to play like this.
That's the 4th goal for for Mathieu Bozer. He was only averaging about 1 goal per game in the tournament, which I say only, that's not bad in these games that go by fast. But they are leaning on him in this particular match. And you had to imagine Bozer was coming. He didn't have any goals or assists against the USA when the French were just stifled. Turnover free attack from the Philippines, punctuated by Kenjun Villanueva's score. 9-7.
So Evan, you got to watch that other semi-final, USA-France. I didn't get to see it. What did the USA do so well to shut down Bozer and the rest of the French squad?
It was a combination of things, but I think most importantly, the U.S.'s defensive speed and even more so their defensive depth. USA would get a break, and then 5 fresh D-line bodies would come out. And France knew that they needed to be perfect. And there was some added pressure. Their coach, JSGU, said before the game, this is the game we wanted to play. We've trained for this moment. We want to treat it like any other game, but the reality is it's not. And those butterflies can prevent perfection and also lead to a couple uncharacteristic mistakes. And against the USA, that really did them in. Jay Clark had 3 or 4 Ds for the United States. It was plays like that yesterday that hurt them. And perhaps some tightness as they close in, but the Philippines call a foul on the throw, and it doesn't appear there'll be a contest from Morer. I beg your pardon, that's Troncy. So the disc back to Christian Guerrero. Guerrero came and played in the AUDL a couple seasons ago with the San Jose Spiders. A brief stint with the defending champs and future champs. That disc tipped up, and there was a call.
Looks like Robler arguing he was just holding his position. Definitely they got tangled up, but whether there's a foul there.
It's not your place. He's here. He's allowed to step up. And you don't have a line. Yeah, I don't think so. Look at the video, you see. Look at the video, you see. You're already there. You're already far away.
There is a big video monitor here on the main pitch. A main video monitor, a big screen. And French players pointing to the video evidence. On one hand, I'd like to get it right, and I think video evidence is good, and it looks like the Philippines have they retracted the call? No, it'll be a contest, and the Philippines will keep it. And the Philippines, 2 throws later, punch it in. Liam, what are your thoughts on one team saying, hey, there's video, look at it. There's one field out of 17 that has the luxury. Should it be taken advantage of in this one instance, or should this not be the outlier with everything on the line in a bronze medal game like this?
I really like it. I'm quite a rugby fan as well. We always go to the video referee, and usually a monitor in the stadium lets you know. I think it adds drama and forces players to be honest at times as well.
That's fair.
And although you don't want to be looking at it every single call, but ones like that quite heated, and that a typical one to figure out what was right. This bobbles up in the air, 2 players get tangled. Hard to say, was it incidental, who initiated contact.
The closest that the Philippines have been since France made its run. We were tied at 4 in the first half with France up a break, and then France with 3 consecutive goals to take it to half. But from 7-4, the Philippines have scored 4 of the last 6 to get within 1. France going into the teeth of this breeze, and they turn it over. Guerrero to the end zone, and we are tied 9-all with a bronze medal at stake here in France.
And that is a 2-minute turnaround. Looked like France had a commanding lead, and suddenly we're all tied up here. Momentum shifting to the Philippines.
It was Gelot who could not close it in. Nice job by the Philippines preventing a second effort catch. And Rodriguez there. The French have given up 3 in a row. And timeout has been called.
The French national anthem echoing around the crowd.
On a tous confiance les uns les autres, les gars. On a tous confiance. Allez, commence.
France still has the edge. 9-9, they're receiving. But the Philippines have seized the momentum.
Yeah, and a classic timeout call there. When you get 3 scored on you in a row, call the timeout, try and kill the momentum that Philippines gained, and get the crowd behind you yet again.
The Philippines with several breaks here in the second half, looking to keep the break train rolling. Jose Antonio Pasigna launching the pull. Villanueva sprinting down with all his might. And the pull is not going to come back.
Caught by someone on the streets.
Odds are that someone has an ultimate background, although it has been incredible throughout the week to watch the non-ultimate folk here vacationing or here just enjoying the beach, stopping, watching, becoming somewhat transfixed by the flags and the energy and the emotion, the drama, which crescendos here on Friday and Saturday. Trancy squeezes it through for Roble. He'll take a shot, looking back for Trancy, and in the back corner, Romain Trancy. The first goal for France in quite a while.
Roble eyeing up his favorite throw. This one not needing to let it grab the buzzer showed earlier. That high crossfield flick. A dangerous throw, but young man not afraid to take it on. Roble putting him into space. Impossible to defend. Christian doing his best.
Closing in on about 5 minutes away from the cap. At 45 minutes, you'll add 1 to the higher team score. Goals come fast. We still could get to 13. Important point here for the Philippines. They called a travel on the throw from Jeff Rodriguez. Everyone in the Filipino team has a nickname, and that's a good thing because there are 3 different guys on the team who have the name Jeff or Jeffrey. And Rodriguez is the one who just goes by Jeff. And here he is up the line, and he muffed it. Can France take advantage? Becker. And there's a stoppage. Fans are up, but this is coming back. And in the stack, they're arguing it should be back to Becker. rather than with Roger. But I think that's an argument that Ramsey will not win. No, he will. Becker will then give it back to Roger.
Yeah, the French definitely won in the hands of Roger. His wizardry, very hard to stop.
Becker, dangerous, but caught. That's Bredar. A break to make it 11-9.
Almost making a meal out of that one, the French. Stumbling to the catch.
A haunting mistake. And a daring throw that Bredar pays off. So now the French 2 scores away from the beginning of one heck of a party. It's been a pretty good party all week long here in Royan, but I think they'll start a new one if they're wearing bronze medals around their necks.
And there's a party in the grandstand right now. This is the most electrifying game I've been at so far in Royan. Both teams playing fantastically and putting on a great showcase to all those new to the sport watching.
After the opening ceremonies, there was a special energy here too, but with the sweat and strife and will that these players have showed and fought throughout the week, certainly heightened intensity now with the circumstances and the stakes. Pascua floated it high, trying to greatest it in, but I think he was already out of bounds. Heck of an effort from Jeff Rodriguez, but a little jittery down the stretch. Francois Zubir will initiate. Marked by Guerrero. Quickly Becker. Philippines have had trouble generating turnovers. Morer floats it ahead. Poat. Becker. Poat. Becker. 12-9 to the French.
Squeaking that one through. Philippines with a mountain to climb now.
How about this? It was 9-6. The France team led, and then the Philippines scored 3 straight. And the team in blue has answered with a 3-0 run of their own.
Amazing play there, and some uncharacteristic drops costing the Philippines. France don't need more than one chance to convert their Ds.
Well, now it's up to the Philippines to have a 3-0 run and to really heighten the drama. Or will this point perhaps be the one that sends the French to the podium? Pasigna fired long, it was tipped and defended. Gwenel Tessier will pick up.
Michotte getting the block in the lane there.
Bredar is the big receiving threat downfield. France has a ways to go. Game point for the French. And that disc drops sharply. Ramsey to the end zone to make it 12-10. So the French O-line will trot to the line. Downwind on offense. Not their final chance, of course, with a bit of a cushion, even after the goal from Pasigna. But an opportunity that these players have been waiting for.
And if you're the French coach, this is where you send your best 5 players out. You want to end this game right here, right now. O-line going downwind. You don't want to bring it to 12-12. You want to kill this now.
A spectacular scene here in Royan. Tournament began on Sunday. We'll cap things off tomorrow, but the first 4 finals in 7 different divisions, 4 of them will be decided by the end of daylight tonight. France looking to clinch the first medal at Beach Worlds 2017. Bosser connects with Hervouet. Troncy floating it near the goal line. Tremendous catch. Bosser again. He's been the star, and he clinches bronze for Team France.
The crowd goes wild. What a moment for this nation. Amo soil. Would you believe it? After losing the Philippines the first game 13 games ago, have bounced back and got the win. Heartbreak for the Philippines. They are hoping to be in the gold medal match. They go home empty-handed.
Mathieu Bosser, the superhero performance for France. They needed universe point to surpass Russia in the quarterfinals, and it was Bosser's sky and ensuing assist on the final point against Russia that allowed them to have a chance at the podium. Certainly disappointment for the Philippines, who made a valiant rally, a 3-0 run in the second half to get back in it. But the home fans will celebrate a bronze medal in the men's division, and certainly a marquee moment in the history of French ultimate. And they made the spectacular plays, taking a page from the Philippines playbook with sensational bids. All too often the Philippines were inches away, and France prevails behind the heroics of Mathieu Bosser. Final score in the men's bronze medal match: France 13, the Philippines 10. It has been a pleasure to call it along with Liam Grant. This is Evan Lepler saying so long for now. We'll be back with live coverage of championship action later today. Team France has clinched a bronze medal on their home sand in Royan.
Donc les deux équipes qui se regroupent pour le huddle afin de débriefer un petit peu le match. Les deux équipes iront ensuite chacun de leur côté remplir l'appel au Spirit. Spirit qui a d'ailleurs été très bon durant ce match, avec juste une grosse contestation sur un turn, mais rien de plus. Le prochain match commencera